the game Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. This is the 10th installment in the series of this game because it is a lengthy game. They had finished Chapter 2 of Part 2 for any of you who are familiar with this game the last time. And so we'll just get into this. I got to base camp, and because I've been playing a lot longer than I expected, I did not do what I prefer to do, which is to finish the base camp so it's all fresh and ready to go when I begin streaming. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look through everything I need to do in base camp before we can actually get started into the game. So I'm going to take a look at manage. If you had watched the previous streams, I had gotten my game to Micaiah being given her class change at long last. So that was a good thing. And I just realized I didn't turn my chat on, so I'm trying to do that right now. And so Micaiah has had her class change, and I still have a bunch of bonus XP that I have, and we have lots of things going on. So right now we have 6 characters, so I'm not going to do a whole lot with experience points right now, because it doesn't make sense to, since I don't have the whole group with me. I don't have any skills to be awarded. Support. Nobody has support available to them at this point. And then we have info. And we have 4 parts to info. And we have Heather, who we recently met. I really wanted to go to the palace. I would have been happy with just a tiny little glance at Queen Elincia. She's glorious. This is so unfair. Yup, it's the pits. But that queen of ours is a real nice lady. Knowing her, she'd probably just let you talk to her, noble or not. The nerve of that Duke Ludwig. He ruined my one chance to meet the queen. I won't stand for it. And he needs a kick in the rear or a punch in the mouth. The things I do to him, Heather, sure are a lovely gal and all, but you sure do say some funny things. Can't argue with that, Nephany, but that's just the way folks are. They ain't always what they appear to be. Ain't nobody perfect, neither. Unless you're talking about the goddess, that is. Excuse me. Oh. Well, hi there, Miss Lucia. What can we help you with? And no, he says Miss and not Lady Lucia. Love her hair. I came to ask for a favor. If it's not too much to ask, I'd like you to both accompany me to Felleray. Nah, that won't be a problem. You going to catch the Duke? Something a little more preliminary. I guess you could call it espionage. Espio what? Sounds serious. Nephany, you ever heard of that? Oh, sure. When I was just a sprout, I caught a real bad case of that. I got this awful rash all over my back, too. Hey, Steve. Oh, that's a very nice story. Maybe I'd better explain what I mean. They don't know what espionage is, or Brahm doesn't. Don't you know anything? Espionage is all about stealing secrets and not getting caught. It's one of my many strong points. Oh, really? And who might you be? My name is Heather. I'm a friend of Nephany's. I'd do anything to help Her Majesty. Seriously, anything. I see. Maybe you can lend me a hand as well. Miss Lucia, you're the greatest. Like, amazingly, stupendously great. I'd love to help. Alright, so that was Heather. And we have a Lagoose. So we've got Leth and our old friend Mordecai. Lady Lucia, we've heard a rumor that you'll be leaving to investigate an enemy. Is this true? Lady Leth, Mordecai, well, we could return to Gallia and bring back soldiers to help, you know. As an ally in a time of crisis, I'm certain our king would lend support. No, Lady Leth, this is an internal affair. We don't want to have to involve Gallia in Crimea's civil problems. More fighters are always better. The people of Gallia all will fight for Queen Elincia. Listen, I know you mean well, but I just can't allow it. I'm sorry, but if there were even a hint of Gallia's assistance, there would be even more problems in the royal court. Problems? What problems? This conflict isn't exactly a life or death situation for Crimea, so relying on support from a Laguz nation would cause an uproar with the nobility. Is that what you mean? Yes, unfortunately. I'm ashamed to admit it, but it's the truth. No, it's common sense given the history of both our nations. I completely understand. We won't report this to Gallia. Thank you for your understanding. I apologize for troubling you. No, it is fine. Why, this tactic of rousing the people to rebel against the queen, though? Any Laguz who wanted to be king would fight for it with teeth and claws, as is proper. You Bjork are always wasting time talking. Our society is very complex. There's history and tradition, unwritten law and custom. There are a lot of reasons for why we... attempts to compromise won't get you anywhere. You should just kill him and get it over with. Mordecai feels sad. Poor Queen Elincia. We cannot help her. That's not true, Mordecai. Having support from you and Leth is very helpful. Really? Mordecai will help with anything. I have a great idea. Together with the Laguz. And there's Leanne, and she's doing the ancient warbling tongue that No, you can't read it. Princess Leanne, why do I suddenly have a crowd? She says that she'd like to go. No, I'm sorry. Hi, Solomon. How's it going? Just started here a little bit ago. It's much too dangerous where we're going. I couldn't risk something happening to you. Hoo-hoo. I guess this mangy old coot will be joining the action then, to ensure my lady's safety, of course. Sir Neolucci as well? Stars above. And now we have Elincia, and this is a 3-star one, so that means it's important. Your Majesty? Okay, all finished. What are you doing? Don't worry about it. It's a secret. Aha! That was a needle and thread, wasn't it? Did you just sew something into my collar? It's a good luck charm to keep you safe while you're away, so you'll come back to me in one piece. Oh, I'm glad to hear it, Solomon. I got you and Steve with me today, so that's fun. So you'll come back to me in one piece. Let's see. Elincia, be careful out there. I'll be praying for you. Thanks. I'll be back with good news, I promise. If I could read, I'd be even better. So we got a talisman. And then here's Jeffrey. Lucia, wait. You can't stop me, Jeffrey. I know that, but I can try to keep you safe, can't I? So I'd like you to take this. An elixir? I don't need it. I'm not going to fight, you know. If you don't use it, so much the better. But just hold on to it. For me. Alright. Promise me you won't do anything stupid. Promise for Elincia and me. And for Bastion. For you to even mention his name at a time like this. I give up. Sure, I promise. Keep Queen Elincia safe. Got it? And goes my mouse sliding all over the place. Of course, on my life. Get this thing out of the way. Alright, so we're back to the main thing. Again, I looked at manage, and because I've only got like 6 of my characters right now, I can't really do anything, or shouldn't do anything with that. The shop is grayed out, so I can't go there. But I can look and see who I have. And she's got stuff. And I forget what the talisman does, so we're gonna look at it. This is an item that increases resistance by 2. I'm not used to these screens. Resistance is almost maxed out for her. So I don't know if I should hold on to that or let her use that. I feel like I could save it and use it for somebody else later. But also knowing what I know about this game, I don't know. So we have Steel Axe, Iron Axe, Vulneraries. Neffany has stuff. He's got Vulneraries. And we've got the Spectre card. It lets non-magical users launch a magical attack. And a sheer icon that increases luck. Right now, I think we're going to convoy these 2 for right now. She doesn't have any vulneraries. I hate it when I hit the wrong button. We're gonna convoy the talisman. And he has some extra stuff. Alright. And we're gonna save. Alright, and let's see what happens next. Castle Felleray. Oh yes. What about this? Well, well, my dear Lady Lucia. Quite away from home, aren't we? Please do excuse the sudden visit, Your Grace. Princess Leanne, Lady Leth, this is Lord Ludwig, Duke of Felleray. I was thinking that our Laguz guests might enjoy the fine fruits this region is known for. We've traveled quite a long way. I hope it won't be too much trouble. Don't be ridiculous. I could be nothing but delighted by a visit from you, Lady Lucia. Although I must admit, I would be all the more pleased if you had come such a long way just to see me. Ooh. You are too kind, Lord Ludwig. Please feel free to take your ease. You are welcome to stay in Felleray as long as you desire. That night. We got Zahark, Leth. Or Zahark? Oh, okay, it's Lucia. It looked like Zahark from a distance. This is it. This document is an order written by Ludwig himself, marked with his signet. If we show this to the Royal Assembly, we'll surely have the backing to indict him. Thank you so much, both of you. We have to quell this uprising before things get out of hand. If there's no war, we are happy. But if there's war, it is good we came. Ludwig is poor prey. He hides behind a shield of words, not realizing that words can be seen through. Yes, and that's quite fortunate for us. But we still have to get out of here without being detected. And we have warbling. My lady, you mustn't raise your voice. Who's there? Show yourself. Princess Leanne, Sir Neolucci. I thought you had returned to the royal palace. What in the world are you doing here? Oh ho ho, forgive us. We just couldn't help but be concerned for you. Warbling from Leanne. Well, what can I say? This just means we'll have to be even more careful to get out of here safely. Someone is coming. Guards? This cave has only one exit. I guess that means we do this the hard way. We've obtained enough evidence to indict Ludwig, so there's no point in sticking around. Let's go. Okay. So... notice we don't get to choose our people. This is all we've got right here. We don't get to reposition. We do not get to do anything. The goal here is victory as Lady Lucia arrives, and we're going to look at that in a moment. And this is the first turn. It doesn't give us a limitation turn-wise. So I'm just going to give you, with what limited sight we have, a quick view of the map. So here's a torch. And the end of the map, edge of the map, is basically here. And it goes up to, here. And comes all the way across to here. And down. And back across. That's it. This whole area. And normally when it says somebody arrives somewhere, it tells you where that place is. We don't have an arrival spot on here, although I know where it is from playing the game before. And then, as you can imagine, because it's dark in a lot of places, we're going to run into enemies that we can't see. So we're going to probably want to light, these torches that are kind of standing around. So, since Leanne is right here, she's going to do that. And I'm going to move her forward. And we're going to move Lady Lucia up as far as she can, which puts her with this guy here. And Brom has a steel axe, and he can't reach him. But Heather here. And we've got Leth and Mordecai, both of whom have no points towards changing. Oh, and Elincia, who also has no points towards transformation. Although we have Lugu's stone here that immediately lets Leth change. And then we have Mordecai. And Mordecai has something called olivie grass. Not sure if that's pronounced correctly. But he can use it. Oh, hey Rose, what's up? I played my new game yesterday, so I'm playing a bit of this one today. My new game apparently was quite a hit because it had more hits than any video that I have done thus far. And oop, my goodness, I just realized something. I gotta go check Discord really quickly. Hang on a second. Oh crud, I forgot. Well, today's Sunday, right? Hang on a second. Yeah, today's Sunday. I don't know why I set that alarm. Never mind. I usually have an alarm set when I have events that I need to be at. And I set it for some reason for today, and I don't have it today. It's tomorrow. Guess I'm all confused. Okay, so anyway, I was going to say he has this grass in his inventory, and it says it's an herb that restores 15 points to a Laguza's transformation gauge. So I can give him some, and you can see his gauge goes up. So since I have Leth ready to go, I'm going to just hold on with him for a minute, and I'm going to bring Nephany up to be the rear guard behind Elincia at the moment. And any hits that Mordecai or Leth take, or any of them take really, are just helping them. As you can see, his transformation meter is now full. Alright, so we've got that. And Lady Lucia finishes that guy off. And we're going to have Braum come over here, and Braum is going to burn that torch. And we are going to let Mordecai come over and shift. And he's going to attack the guy that's down here by himself. And then we've got Leth. Also can attack. We've got Nephany. Okay. Now Elincia can attack because of his state. Can I? And Heather takes that guy out. Move Elincia up and wait. And then Miss Leanne is gonna move up and she's gonna sing the Galder Vigor to Lady Lucia. And Elincia, apparently. And wait. And I was thinking I could get her past there, but I can't. Because I forgot he couldn't go. So, I mean, I could bring her around, but she's, you know, kind of protecting him right now. So that's really just XP for good old Leanne here. Oh, you know what? She has... Oh, I forgot. Cancel train on... That is in that menu now. Alright, so she's got a wind edge that she can attack this guy in from that spot. I forgot about that. The leg is doing okay. The royal we are going to the doctor tomorrow to get x-rays, and if everything looks good, I get my stitches out, and then I will get a new cast put on, and I still have probably at least another month or so to go in the cast, and probably another couple weeks of non-weight bearing before I can, you know, weight bear. So I'm going to bring Lucia up over to here, and we're going to put her silver sword back. So, anyway, that's my plan, is that I'll be getting my new guests tomorrow. Gonna move over here, we're gonna sing, actually. Got that, and then we're gonna put Leanne over here. She's gonna sing to Lady Lucia. Otherwise, oh, the other thing, Rose, is that the pain is pretty much how it was the other day, so it's not horrible, but it's, you know, not great either. So, and then I wanted to bring Leth forward. There we go. So now we have a whole bunch of people coming out of the hiding places and stuff like that. There's lots of points to be had on these screens that are hidden like that. You just have to have the patience to go get them. Take care of those guys. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to the doctor about it because they said that stuff like that on the tendon where it is. It can be very painful, so I don't know if that's the normal level that I should be expecting or what. So, can find out tomorrow, hopefully. So Neolucci is getting really close to transformation stage. And we're just gonna keep moving everybody this way. And Heather, she doesn't usually do well against those guys, and she does not. Again, she gets 0 points on him, so she's just gonna wait kind of out of the way. Neffany is staying kind of here, and she's holding the fort from the rear, I guess you could say. And Leanne is going to sing to Leth. And Neolucci. And she's going to wait here. And Leth is going to attack this guy. And that leaves us with good old Neolucci. And I'm just going to put him just over here because I don't know what order the people are coming. I just know vaguely where they are, so I don't want him in a bad place until I get a better idea of who is spread out to where at this point. So Braum. Takes that mage out. Now we have, let's see where Neffany can go to. So Neffany's gonna move down to here, and she's gonna take that position. And we're gonna have Lady Lucia come up, and it's gonna block me when she can't go any farther. But that's where I wanted her to stop. We're gonna let Leth burn the torch so we can see people. So we've got a lance, a mend, and a vulnerary, and a lance that we can see so far. And we still have this territory down here that we haven't been around. Leanne is going to come up, actually. Move Neolucci up here. And she's gonna sing again. And I'm just gonna move her up here. And that way Braum and Heather can come up this way. And we've got the back now blocked by Mordecai and Neffany. I'll let these guys have their turn. Oh! Ouch, she's got a crossbow. Looks like a crossbow. Can't remember if they call it a crossbow in here or not. I think they do call it a crossbow. But because she took some hits, notice that her meter went back up. And oh, this is a blowgun. Okay, I forgot about the blowguns. So going to, and I don't have a healer. I have to go by whatever items the people have. So Braum's gonna come up here. He's gonna keep blocking the way, and he's gonna attack the guy with the blowgun. Took a couple points, but nothing too bad. I'm gonna let Lucia come up here and attack the cleric. And now you can see where Mirage is. And then he's got these guys blocking him. And like I said, there's another guy. We've got people everywhere over here. He's ready to change and transform. He can't go very far. Mordecai can come down and wait. And we'll let Nephne attack that cleric, healer, whatever you want to call him. I can't help it, it's an old thing to call him a cleric, so. She's gonna wait back here. And we are going to use... No, she doesn't have it. Okay, and then Leanne can sing to Leth. But Leanne levels up. It's not something that happens very often. If I did, I've forgotten about it because it's been so long since I've played this one. Oh, I should have moved him first. Daggone it. Doesn't put Leanne in a very good position. But I can do shift. But I can't shove. She'll have to do it. Have Heather go on the bottom rightmost square of the map to pick it up. Cool. Yeah, it could be something. It's been a while since I've played it. I mean, I knew that there's like enemies going that whole way down there, and I'm worried about Nephne because I should have known better than to put her down there. Because it seems like the people that are down there are always like super strong, and then they always reinforce. Oh no! That was bad. Yeah, not a good thing right there. Oh, she has a concoction? That and I really don't like not having a healer. And all he has is a vulnerary. And she's still holding Leanne. And I'll put Heather here for right. Well, no, I don't think I want to do that. I'm gonna leave her back here. All right. Mordecai, I swear. Oh no. Phew. Should never, ever, ever be allowed to go into battle without some kind of healer. Okay. So you come over here and hopefully take these guys out. Alright, Leanne. Wait. Alright, and we've got Mordecai. Needs to heal. Okay. Choose the last one. Well, look what we have here. Lady Lucia and her pack of curs. Great word there. Curs. Sorry, my computer's moving. My mouse is going everywhere. How interesting. What cause could you have for roaming the grounds at night? Cause? Why, we've merely lost our way. Is that so? In that case, I will gladly escort you back to the castle. That's quite all right. We should be going home, but please do give Lord Ludwig a message. Tell him that his revolt will never succeed. Tisk, tisk. I did try to warn Lord Ludwig, but it seems that he is quite fond of you. If he knew of your little discovery, I'm certain he would have no qualms about eliminating you. Uh-oh. That's not good. Nope. Not good at all. Let's see. 805. Let's see what we've got. I don't know if this is back far enough to fix the problem. Oh, okay, I had her shift. And I moved Leanne over there, which made her need to be healed. Because I needed to move him first. But not there, because he got hit. So she sings. Oh yeah, no, I know the word. It's just, it's one of those words you just don't hear, you know? It's like, alright. You know they're serious when they call you like words like cur. Okay. So now the thing is can I undo that part of the problem? Don't know. We're gonna find out. We were real close though. But I can have, well, no, I don't need to now. Never mind. I was thinking I could do something that I don't need to really do right now. And of course she's poisoned and all of that all over again. So she's gonna come up here. Oh, Rose. Okay. Ooh, hang on, I gotta fix this thing because it's all falling again and it's getting hot with my computer. So Heather, who is, and I know your screen is probably several minutes behind mine, but Heather, my thief friend, right here, has a thing for my friend Neffany over here, and she also wants to meet the queen because she thinks meeting the queen would be like really, really awesome thing to do. I just thought you'd find that interesting. And on my Undertale series that I made a series of Undyne and all the friends afterward. Yeah, Heather likes the girls. Why am I saying shove? I don't need to shove, I need to attack. It wasn't a great attack, but it was an attack nonetheless. Okay. Let's see where things are. To associate with beasts like you, one has to wonder where the queen acquired such a lack of taste. Yep, I think I fixed my problem. Although they're both poison, but we can deal with poison. Okay. Well, I'm sorry, Rose. I just, after the Undertale thing, I thought you would find that appreciative in a game. Because, you know, the other situation with those characters. Like I said, I mapped that whole thing out. I just thought it was funny. Well, look what we have here. Lady Lucia and her pack of curs. I think we just read this. What do I? Oh, yeah, because I died. That's right. Seriously, we're down to like 1 point. And she's not going to be able to touch him, is she? Because she's too far away. I mean, not that she hits for much anyway, but... Can Leanne make it over there? No. And she can't bump her because she's, like, there. Javelin. Because I don't know if this is going to be a mistake. No, me dying, not the point of the game. Definitely not. Oh, hi, Sam. How are you? Hope you're having a nice visit with the family. We've got a longbow and a javelin. Oh boy, what's his movement? 9? Where are we at? He's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, I should be able to get back out of the way. Exactly. As I expected, the Queen's house pets are playful little pups indeed. The only thing you're sniffling about will get you, however, is an abruptly shortened lifespan. Oh my. Keep attacking him, he'll change. He's ready. If he had just died right then, I think I would have screamed. Okay, so Lucia, though she needs to heal, is going to go ahead and take out him. She has to arrive at that spot. She can defeat him without arriving on it. Okay. And she is surrounded in that spot by her cohorts. So we're going to heal. And then I'm going to move them all together when I can. Can Leanne get over there now? Alright, so now she can heal. Oh, geez. Yeah, avoiding dying is usually good, but you know me. I just play and whatever happens, happens. Oh, that's right, she has an elixir. Yay for elixirs. Okay. Trade with Nephany. Items. Okay. This is the hard one. I gotta see what the numbers look like here, because this... Well, he can't actually attack me if I'm standing right next to him. So that makes things better for me. And then we just need to wait for that. See, but there's all kinds of different types of sorts. Like, oh my god, I cannot talk today. This is ridiculous. There's all kinds of types of sarcasm. Like my family, we are totally into the sarcasm and use it on a very, very regular basis. And I'm just healing him because one hit from the wrong person and we're gonna have a problem. But like our sarcasm doesn't match up with, like, you know, talking with our one moderator. He has a completely different sense of humor and a completely different type of sarcasm that he uses. So it's weird kind of getting used to that style, I guess. I can't reach her. I can only reach this one. Oh well. So everybody has a little bit different. It's taken me a while to get used to his, because this is totally different than the kind I usually use. What do you have before I move you? Oh, he has a killer lance. Oh, that's just lovely. Alright, so we've just got these guys. At least that we are aware of. Because we can't see because it's dark over there. Okay. I gotta be careful though, because I don't know who's over here. Okay, let's see what happens. Well, I'm not saying I don't like all types of sarcasm. I'm just saying that sometimes you have to get used to the different types that people use versus what you're used to, and that's usually me, is catching on to the kind that they use if it's different from mine. So that's all. Wow, Brahm actually killed somebody? Doesn't happen all that often. The funny kind? I love it. That's awesome. Alright. Now, I'm coming down here because if you were here earlier, you saw Solomon had mentioned that there is an item down over... Actually, I want to move Lucia first. Over this way that I had forgotten about. So I'm kind of coming over here to find out. I don't know who else is over here. What's your movement? 5. Alright, let's just do this. I know I could have moved her over there, but I want to make sure there's no other enemies down there before I put Leanne in a place that is potentially really bad. Doesn't appear that there's anybody down there. Oh look, the poisoning's coming undone. Elincia, you need to move. I'm sorry, and I'm trying to remember, Solomon. I gotta go. The bottom rightmost square, that's what I thought you said. So let's have left. Shove. One more. We're playing the shoving game. Oh, there is a bad guy. It'd help if I actually finished her turn. He has a coin. That's what he has. And Lucia, Swordmaster. She got 4 out of 8. Could have done better, but we've also seen much worse, so we'll take it. So, alright, Nephine's the last one, I believe. So, we're gonna start working Lucia up towards the square that she needs to claim. There it is. Okay. Thank you for reminding me about that, Solomon. I completely had forgotten. Like I said. He has nothing. He's dead. That's right. He's gone. It's okay. I don't use the coins anyway, so I know a lot of people do, but Leanne, Boulder. It'd be helpful if I actually stop these people first. This is gonna look stupid, but I don't care. Enter and clear map? Why, yes. This way. I was thinking about the map, Solomon, when you go through and there's like the lava and all that, and the certain pathways you have to take. As we suspected, Ludwig is intent on rebellion. His followers are spread across the land, inciting insurrection. We have the documents to prove it. Queen Elincia, I stand ready to defend the realm. I will lead the royal knights into Felleray, and we will seize the Duke. I am hesitant to resort to the sword without at least attempting diplomacy. At all costs, I must stop the people of Crimea from fighting one another. Your Majesty, news from the countryside. Duke Ludwig has assembled an army and announced his intentions against you. The rebellion in Felleray is growing quickly. I see. He must have realized that his operations were no longer a secret. Your Majesty, we have no time to waste. We must stand against this for the future of Crimea. I understand. Geoffrey, leader of the Royal Knights, I hereby authorize the use of military force against the rebel army. Yes, Your Majesty, at once. I will be marshalling forces. This rebellion must be stopped before nobles in surrounding areas catch wind of it. Am I doing the right thing? Oh, Father, Uncle Renning. Like Ike, Elincia has issues with her abilities. Thank you, Solomon. I appreciate it again. You have a great night, and you're always welcome to give me advice on this game and stuff like that. The one that I just started that I've never played before, the Trails of Cold Steel, is the one that, unless I'm like, okay, somebody help me because I'm stuck, I'm trying to not, get any help getting through that one. I did enough of that with Undertale because that was crazy. So, but thank you and have a good night, and I'll see you the next time you come in to see the stream and stuff. So now we have Marcia back with Elincia. Welcome back, Marcia. Did you learn of Sir Ike's whereabouts? Kill the bad guys and don't die. Yep. No, I'm sorry. I've got nothing but sore feet and a tired Pegasus. Now this is Marcia. Is anybody surprised by the fact that she failed on finding information on Ike? Anyone? If you are surprised, you've not been paying attention to Marcia. I've talked to a few local villagers who say the Grill mercenaries have been working low-paying odd jobs here and there. Nobody seems to know where they are now, but everyone agrees that this is the first time they've been gone for so long. And Leanne talks in the old tongue, which I say warbling. It's not meant to be mean or anything like that, but you can't read it. Well, supposedly, if you know how to, you can. I'm not going to spend time learning a fake language. I'm just not. So I just say she warbles because she's a bird. Princess Leanne, please try to keep your spirits high. I assure you we will continue to investigate Sir Ike's whereabouts. And for Sam, if he doesn't know this game, Sir Ike is the hero and the general of the army from the previous game. And he's the hero of all the games. He's like awesome. And Leanne says, thank you. She's learning some English, or whatever they call their English. Oh, Princess Leanne, you spoke. Quite a shock, yes? My lady has been studying your language, which we often call modern speech. Oh my goodness, what you have to call modern speech. Okay, that's wonderful. It's hard enough visiting a strange land, let alone learning the language. Warble, warble, exclamation point at the end of that warbling. Me, not big, no problem. Queen Elincia has trouble heart. I'd forgotten. The Heron tribe can peer into the heart. I can't hide the pain I'm feeling. At least not from you, Princess Leanne. Queen Elincia. Why does this happen? My people fight, brother against brother, and no matter what I do, I can't stop it. I'm a miserable failure. I just want to crawl into a cave somewhere. How can anyone believe in me now? I've never asked for any of this. I never wanted to be queen. Oh, she's doing a Galder of healing of something. Sniff, I can't do it anymore. Yes, you can. You will do it. You must do it. You're the queen. Alright, save. Tides of intrigue. More talking.
Insurrection erupts across Crimea. The wounds Crimea suffered during the conflict with Dain have finally begun to heal, and it should be rejoicing in its hard-won peace. How is it that the fires of rebellion have been lit? Bastion, Queen Elincia's most trusted advisor, widely acknowledged for his political savvy, is on a mission to Dain. And the Grail mercenaries, the original authors of Crimea's recovery, are nowhere to be found.
The guy with the blue hair's Ike.
Queen Elincia, close to despair, has nonetheless ordered the Crimean Royal Knights to restore order in Felure. Her only wish is to win the coming battle so that she may stave off a civil war.
Chapter 3, Jeffrey's Charge. Alright, now we get to camp. And we have manage. Let's see. Now we have 5 characters, so I'm not going to put my points and my skills into 5 characters. Not gonna happen. Support. Again, these people don't really know each other very well. If you recognize some of these I cannot talk. These names from previous games, try saying that. Games from previous names from previous games, I can't say it. We've seen Makalov, that's Marsha's useless gambling brother. Here's Marsha, who was a Pegasus Knight and now works as a Royal Guard, and she fights better for them than she's ever fought for me. Kieran thinks a lot of himself. He's an Axe Knight, or he was when I had him before. I think he was also an Axe Knight in this one, I can't remember. Easy way to find out? Yes, he is. And then Astrid, and she also uses bows. She's a bow paladin. So, ex-paladin, sorry. I said knight, he was an ex-knight, and then he class changed. And then good old Jeffrey. So we have info, so we'll go there. We have Khalil's shop, if you remember Khalil. And Khalil's shop. Come on in. May I? Well, speak of the devil, if it isn't General Jeffrey himself. I wouldn't have expected a visit since you're leaving tomorrow. Hi, General Jeffrey. What can we do for you today? See little Amy down there? Sorry, Amy, but I'm not here as a customer. Huh? Oh, I see why you're here. It's about time, too. I'm ready to string that blathering drunkard up by his heels. Ta-da! Whoops! Who put that chair there? I could have been killed! Lady Khalil, you beckoned? Makalov, why are you drinking? You realize that tomorrow we have a battle to fight, yes? Greetings, General. My, you're looking even more dashing and handsome than usual, Your Excellency. Good grief, that man's an embarrassment. Yes, he is. Are you sure he's a royal knight? He's like a pig pretending to fly. Why not put a dog in armor and call it Sir? There you go, you should like that one. Miss Khalil, that's not very nice. It's Astrid. I think Sir Makalov deserves a little more respect than that. No, he doesn't. Are you blind, Astrid? Yes. It's the night before a mission, and that fool is stinking drunk. Probably gambled all his money away, too. Yeah, he wouldn't do that if Ike was around, because Ike threatened him. Probably gambled all his money, da-da-da. And you following him around, mooning over him, and cleaning up his messes. Yeah, Astrid, knock that stuff off. Do you have no pride, girl? What the man needs is someone to slap some sense into him. Perhaps I should. Yes, please. I've chosen to look after Sir Makalov. Nobody's forced me to do it, and it's really none of your business on it. That's typical right there. You know, I'm really starting to wonder about your good upbringing. Of all the men out there, what possessed you to place your bets on such a shabby prospect? Well, what did you just say? There are no gentlemen in this land half as fine as Sir Makalov. Wow, Astrid, you really have some problems. Maybe she needs that kind. Just saying. Oh my. Alright, settle down. Here's Largo, if you remember Largo from the other game, I don't know. Keep this up and the general's gonna pretend he don't know either of you. Oh, sorry, doesn't. Some of them talk funny. Fine, fine. I'm sorry, alright? Happy? So, what was it that you needed with that ale-soaked oaf anyway? I just wanted to go over our battle plan one last time before retiring. I heard you're going after the Duke of Felleray. You think you can handle him? Of course. However, he's been marshalling his forces for quite some time now. Which means our preparations will have to be flawless if we want this to end quickly. If only I were up to it. What'd you do, take an arrow to the knee? You know me. Ha! I'd crush him. I'd kick him apart. Well, I suppose I could go. Someone of my wisdom and power is easily worth 2 of you claws. Yeah, that's a great idea, Lamb Blossom. Like I always say, the best enemies are the ones that are on fire. And she does put them on fire. I'm sorry, but no, although I do appreciate the enthusiasm. I don't see the problem. Do you think I've gone soft? My magic is still in tip-top shape, I'll have you know. No, it's just that I'm sure Queen Elincia wouldn't be pleased with civilians fighting against their countrymen. I suppose you have a point. In that case, here's the one. Let Danved join you. Danved is not a citizen of Crimea. Danved will fight like 10 men. Now, this is where things get really confusing, and if Solomon was still around, he'd probably remember. In the first game that I finished not long ago, there's a character called Devdin, and I forgot who I needed to use to recruit him, which doesn't really matter because he was a useless character too. And then when you get here, and then you find his basically twin brother called Danved instead of Devdan. It's just really odd. Anyway, in that case, let Danved join you. He's not a citizen of Crimea. He will fight like 10 men. Devdin, when did you get here? Actually, General, this is not Devdin. This is a friend of mine, Danved. Now, in this edition, I loaded my saved file from my advanced game that I did have him on, which is why he exists, and they're talking about him, I'm sure. Because otherwise he didn't exist. Yes, it's true. People often make that mistake, but Danved is definitely not Devdin. Aha! You look exactly like him. Right? Sent that giant target going here. I'm wearing yellow. I'm very bright. Come hit me. You look exactly like him. Doesn't he? Amazing, isn't it? Anyway, you can take him with you. Like he just here. He's like a puppy or a kitten or something. Here, take him with you. Oh, and no pressure, but the fate of our country depends on the Royal Knights. Good luck. Don't blow it. Danved will fight like a bear, like a tiger. We don't need Largo and Khalil because Danved is pretty amazing. I understand, I think. Thank you for your help. Well, I suppose that's settled. It's time for you to discuss tomorrow's tactics. Good luck with that. As for that useless drunk, I'll have someone carry him over later. Thank you. Sir Makalov is not useless. How many times do I have to say it? Astrid, it's about time you got back as well. Yes, General. Forgive me. I'll hurry back as soon as Sir Makalov is feeling better. Give me strength. The sooner, the better. And Elincia. And Geoffrey. Your Majesty, what are you doing with that lance? I asked your servant for it, and he gave it to me. Why would your Majesty, as queen, do such a thing? Who knows how tangled the web of rumors could become because of that? Let the court say what it wishes. You are far more important to me than the whispers of nattering nobles. You don't need to say that. Geoffrey, I'm sorry. I don't understand. What's wrong? 3 years ago, you fought to free Crimea from the clutches of Dayan. While you held this land, your courage was dauntless and your prowess legendary. Yes, it's a brave lance, and I'm very proud of it. I can't have you raise the same lance against your fellow people of Crimea. I'm sorry, I just can't. Your Majesty is worried about the shadow it would cast over my name? The dishonor of using that weapon on Crimeans? I would never want to damage your pride as a knight. It would be too much to bear. Believe no such thing, Your Majesty. My pride as a knight is most deeply rooted in my service to you. That will never waver no matter what. Elincia, you know that. Then take your lance. Use it to fight for Crimea once again. And he got his brave lance back. And here's arrogant Kieran. Forgive my tardiness, sir. Kieran, second in command of the Royal Knights, at your service. Sorry to have disturbed your rest. Not at all. If it were your will, General, I would hasten to the very edge of the world at your calling. Kieran, I'm lucky to have such a devoted follower. This is no reward, but there's something I want you to have. Oh, you guys are cracking me up. I'm trying to read. That's funny. This is no reward, but there's something I want you to have. A silver axe? It's so sharp. Do you mean I can have it? Yes, an axe. It's sharp. Oh my gosh. Do you like it? Like it. My heart is ready to burst. I feel it's like my birthday, and I just got my first suit of armor. Was it also bright, shining red and like a beacon? Wonderful. I'm glad to hear it. It will look fabulous on the mantle. My family will enjoy it for years to come. I can't tell you how grateful I am. Kieran, that's an axe, not a painting. Paintings are for mantles. Axes are for fighting. I want you to use that axe. What? I couldn't. You can't refuse. It's an order. Sigh. Understood, sir. I promise to keep it well protected and free from scratches. Sigh. You're hopeless. Yes, he is. Okay. So the shop is open. So let's take a look and see. So he has a great lance. And so he's just a highest level lance that we can get. Question is, do they have money? Oh, we do have 20,000 gold. Alright, so what's the EDCC? So the Great Lands is the highest. And he's got concoctions. Makalov. Convoy give. A coin. Of course he has a coin. Take. Can't take. Wish I'd quit hitting that button. Alright, we're looking. So he's a sword level A. Of course, the highest one we have is a B. we've got Kieran. He has plenty of weapons, and he's got some vulneraries. Marsha is a sword C and a lance B. If I just have one test and hitting the wrong buttons, that would be great. And what did I say? That was the highest one. She has vulneraries. Astrid has steel bow, longbow, concoctions. He has a killer lance and great lance. Lots of lances in this game. Okay, so now I have to be weird about how I do this because this is just something that really bothers me. I'm sorry, I just had to look down at my thing. Lisa's still an X, right? Exactly. Exactly. Oh, you guys are cracking me up. Alright, so we're gonna use this Brave Lance. Oh no, I did that backwards, sorry. Short Spear, then Great Lance, then Great Lance, then Brave Lance. Now they're in order of proper usage, at least for me. Maklav, equip. 985. Let's do that. Kieran, equip. Silver Axe. Astrid, Steel Bow. That's good. Alright, so now we can save. I know that part always takes... Oh yes! I'm having a good time, it's funny. I keep looking over and the next thing I know I'm like cracking up and laughing again. But it's true, right? I mean... They're very colorful. Alright, so we are at the gates of Castle Crimea. Good luck! I'll be sure to keep the palace safe. I'm sorry we couldn't allocate more troops for you. You'll be okay though, right? Of course, we might even have too many. Actually, I'm more worried about the Queen's safety. Make sure the guards stay sharp. Count on it. I'll maintain a tight watch on the area, and there is the backup plan, just in case. Good. Hearing you reiterate that makes me feel better, I have to admit. Remember, this isn't for glory. You'll be confronting your own people. Just do your job and come straight back. And we are at Felleray Camp. The Royal Knights have left the capital. We estimate roughly 4,000 soldiers are marching on Felleray. That means about 2,000 are left in the capital. That's more than I'd expected. I suppose it can't be helped. The column headed toward Felleray is primarily cavalry, is it not? Yes, sir, exactly as you surmised, sir. In that case, the forces at the capital will be led by the Queen's confidant, Lady Lucia. This is most perfect. The soldiers remaining at Castle Felleray have been given detailed instructions. False instructions, I might add. The dear pawns, they are so very heroic and so very disposable. Ludwig, great guy. But like any evil villain that you want to have. And here we are again, Castle Felleray. Oh yes, this one. Sometimes this one takes a little bit to get through. General, all troops are in position. We are stand ready for the assault. Thank you, Kieran. The majority of the castle vanguard appears to be common soldiers, and there's still no sign of Ludwig or any of his subordinates. Correct, sir, and the rest are a bunch of amateurs. You should see them flop around on their horses like rag dolls. They won't last long against the finely tuned skills of our Crimean royal knights. Don't get overconfident now. Most of their forces are likely inside, waiting for us to exhaust ourselves out here. Very good point, sir. And the main gate, have you seen it? Well, we have now. Breaking through that is not going to be easy. We must be patient. Yes, sir. And remember, we're not facing enemy soldiers. Yes, they're foolish enough to be lured into joining Ludwig, but they are fellow Crimean citizens. Her Majesty would prefer to capture these rebels alive and try to talk some sense into them. I'm amazed, sir. Her Majesty's kindness is touching. I'll convey that to all our men. He moved real far to do that, didn't he? Listen up. We're to sweep aside the rebels and punch through the fortress gate. Her Majesty wants as many lives to be spared as possible. Set lances. All forces, charge! Oh yes. If I'm not outnumbered, there's something severely wrong with the battle. I'm always severely outnumbered. So here's the fun part. Choose units. We get 6 people. That's them. Great news. We can reposition them, which we're going to do. No point to return to base. We've already gotten all the items that we hopefully are going to need. I'm going to click on reposition so I can move a couple people around, as you can see. I have been gifted with some assistance in this battle. Some Crimean knights and a couple of healers. Oh, sorry, I just had a message come through from our mutual friend. Had to check and see what it was about. Okay, so in this case, I mean, no matter what we do here, we're in trouble. Because, I mean, these guys do a pretty decent job, but we have to remember to command them, for one. And then we've got, like, these other guys who aren't all that great. I mean, Astrid's not all that wonderful. She can get a few points, but she's no one you can really depend on. So, I guess I'm going to leave these guys kind of where they are for the moment. We'll see how that goes. I can't move Jeffrey or Kieran. And so here's our map, everything in front of us. We've got all of these lovely guys here. We've got a few healing bushes you can see along the way. Not down here, but a little farther ahead. We've got some fences and a whole bunch of bushes and shrubs and stuff that we can go around, all of which leads to this kind of courtyard type area. We have a ballista here, and then if you come up to this side, you can come up here and you have another ballista here. We have Tashoria, who is the general that was left behind to manage this battle. Yeah, right? Yeah, I need all the help I can get. If at least I have my other teams, I have like good people. But yeah, if I get through this quickly, it'll be amazing because with these guys, it is not an easy task. And then especially with these guys don't do just regular like arrows. Even though they use bows, they do the ones that, if I remember, are like sandbags that if it, say, hits this guy, it hits like all the squares around him or something similar to that. Same thing, you go up this one, you've got a ballista and a guy with psychic. You want to get rid of that. You go through the door, and then of course he's right through there. So, the only thing I can really do is save and start fighting. And see how far I get. Okay, so the one thing I mentioned is that I have all these guys and I have to command them. So first I'm going to move Jeffrey over here, and I'm going to direct them to a target, and I'm going to direct them over to these guys at first. And Jeffrey is going to attack this knight. And he's going to wait. If I forget to direct with him, you can come back and hit that again after his turn is over. Just saying. We've got our other new friend here. Attack. Now, they've got really good weapons right now, so this is gonna look fairly decent at the moment, but... And we've got Makalov, ever useless Makalov. Here's the one I'm most worried about. How far can he move? And we have to wait through their turn now. This takes a while because it has to go through my turn, the helper's turn, the other's turn, and then the enemy turn. Okay, that's fine. Takes forever to get through their turns. Okay, so I don't think she's going to have any points against him, but I want to look and see what her numbers look like. Oh, she can supposedly get 14 on him. That's actually not bad for her. And we've got And then he's gonna come up here. And he can't get over there, so we're gonna come to this guy. He can get up here, though. You're the funny one? Oh, well, it's nice to meet you. I hope you have had a great weekend with the family and are ready to go back to all the joys and fun that the Academy has awaiting for you. I can say that because my husband spent 20 years in the Navy, though he wasn't an officer, so it's still lots of fun and joy. We have Makalov here. And let's let Makalov actually try to hit a guy who has all his points. Let's see. Not bad. Could have been worse. I'm gonna move up here and let those guys hopefully go after all of them since I freed them to Rome. I wanted them to head that way so I could do what I did going around the right. I wish they did a better job of protecting the clerics. They're the only magic users we get, and the only healers we get, other than our own items that we're carrying. Alright. Keep those guys alive, man. We need them. Oh, this is the fun part. This part around the bushes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, my husband is a retired nuclear machinist mate. He was the chief of Emblem on submarine. He did both kinds. Yeah. Okay, as long as I can get something out of, like, her. Like, I can get through this. But, this just sucks when you have to work too hard to keep one character alive. It distracts your other characters from being able to really focus on their, job. I'm gonna put her over here. And let's see. Jeffrey. He's gonna attack. You got the puns too. The puns run in the family. Kieran. Alright, Kieran. Can't get you the other way, so we're gonna go this way. And I'm gonna back up a step so they can hopefully get through. Makalov, oh boy. Wow, he actually did a good job. Shocked. Alright, so I'm gonna move him over here now. And then let everybody else have their turn. I'll just get a drink of water because it's going to take a while for them all to get their turns. Yeah, no, Rose said that you were flying planes and that you're like way taller than the planes. Like, she's super tall. I want to say she said you were like 4 or 5 inches taller than her. So that's got to be comfortable being cramped in there. And reinforcements, just what we needed. Yay! Alright, so let's see what we've got over here. Axe, bow, and axe. Let's let you go here. And she can attack. Yeah, I knew she said you were a good bit taller than she was. I couldn't remember. Oh, I got another coin. Yay. I couldn't remember. And I can't even get her on the magic thing. These little glowy bushes restore your HP. But it's like very, very slowly. It's ridiculous. How far can he go? So he can go to there. And we're gonna have a lot of reinforcements over here. Over here it is. And then we got Jeffrey. Don't die. 13 times 2. Oh, that one's 17 times 2. I'll take that. Apparently I have to change his sword out. Oh, an anti-weapon leveled up. That's good. That's a funny way to put it. Oh, gosh. Well, Rose and I have a lot in common. I'm sure she may have mentioned that, but between music and our propensity for being injured and such, she's recovering from her shoulder surgery. I'm recovering from foot surgery, and I'm in a cast. Get that replaced tomorrow, and then I have a cast for probably another month at least. And I can't put weight on it or anything, so we're having a good time, the two of us. I can't go back to physical therapy for like 2 months. That's not very nice to say about your sister. No, she tells me that all the time. She said, this is why, this is so true. I can't really help in that regard because I've been married for 30 years and she's the same age as my daughter, so it's kind of funny. But we get along really well and we like all the same things, so, you know, that's the way it is. Alright. Alright, Makalov. Yes! I don't want to... I need to move him and, like... I want to battle save and hope that I didn't screw this up, but... I still have to move Astrid. And Astrid is the problem child. But I can shoot from here. Oh no, I can't. That fence is blocking the whole spot. What's he got? Oh, he's got a blowgun. No way she's going over there. She'll be dead. He's got a blowgun too. Crap. Alright, Astrid, it looks like you are going over this way. Who's left? Oh, Kieran. Attack tonight. Oh, so you're the age as my youngest son. My oldest son is 29, and my youngest son is 21. He'll be 22 in the fall. Yeah, nobody believed me when I would tell them that. They say, you sound like you're young, or you act like you're younger, or whatever. I'm like, I'm just who I am. So... It looks like... Yeah. Hang on, let me... Stop, Marsha. Oh, now I can't move it. But yeah, it looks like, a crossbow. Which I always think it says blowgun, but... Yeah, bowgun. It's dangerous. Very powerful weapon. As you can see, doing well at hurting people and killing people. So my winged friend and my not-so-strong friend need to stay far away from them until they're dead. And now we're almost getting into range of the ballistas. So my next turn, after I battle save, I need to check the range of the ballistas. Yeah, so okay, there's one. And it is where it goes around. Yeah, so the next goal then, once we get through these last people, is to get up and kill the people on the ballistas, like, ASAP. And somebody needs to kill that guy before he hurts my clerics. Yep, very dangerous. Oh. You see, these guys don't. They don't last that long. And then they keep getting reinforced from the left side over here. You need to die, because you are by my healing friend. And that can't happen. Gonna get him all the way down though. Kieran's gonna need healing again. Just saying. And I can't get Astrid close enough to at least take a shot at like this guy. Bye. Yeah, I don't have one of those, unfortunately. Somebody had... I can't remember. But yes, it's problematic. Like I said, this is... The good players here, really, Jeffrey's the only good player here. And because I'm not using them... Yeah, let's keep running closer to where they can hit me with more other things. Go the other way. I'm not very smart. Alright, he's dead. That's good news. Why are you going up there? Come heal my people. Really? You didn't heal Kieran? You put yourself out in danger, dude. You're lucky he killed him. Now they're just gonna drop ballista bombs on you. That's not cool. Wow. That was impressive. He's taking some pretty good hits though, but he can't sustain that for very long. It's ridiculous. These turns take so long. Hurry up! And this is as fast as the game speed I can put it on. If I can put it on faster, I would. Still reinforcing. Oh my gosh. It's killing me. Alright. And you're still not healed. That really makes me angry. Alright, first of all. And the only mage on the field is right here, and he's got Elfire, so that's... He's gonna be gone really soon. Oh, and he's in range of the other target, too. Alright, Marsha. Really? You couldn't finish him? Ridiculous, Marsha. Alright. Very effective, very unethical, and real world tactics. Yes. That is true. See, and this is why I didn't want him out here, because that was gonna happen. But do they care? No, they don't care. My people have to come out and save them. Hopefully that was a mistake. You know what I forgot to do? I didn't battle save, did I? Well, I've got an automatic save on my emulator that I'm using. So I can do a load state or save state. But I also use the battle saves too. We have more fun talking through, and then we get to puzzles that I'm stumped on, and then she's trying to help, and we're both stumped, and then we're like, And then I figured one out by complete accident the other day. It was really funny. I think she went to let the dog out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I did it. And she's like, what'd you do? And I'm like, I figured out the puzzle by accident. It was funny. I guess I should have used the vulnerary. And I didn't mean to stutter there. I don't know why I stuttered. That was weird. Hand axe. Hand axe gotta go. Ranged weapons must be gone. She said that you would say that you were. Did you guys argue about that? But you're siblings, so you'd probably argue about a lot of things. Oh, thank you. That was nice of you to take out Mr. Mage. He can't fire on people now. Literally. No pun intended. He can't fire on people anymore. Oh, good. You healed one of my people. Now heal the other one. Thank you. That was much needed. Oh, I forgot about those. Thank you for reminding me of that. Good call. Damn you. I mean, darn you. Yeah, you shouldn't have done that. Jeffrey's gonna come after you. Well, first he's gonna kill your friends, and then he's gonna come after you. I just wish, like I said, they'd stop reinforcing over there, because that's just like, so frustrating. Just annoying. And it's the same things over and over again. And like, so him. Heal her. Oh no, we can't do that. Just in case they don't heal her. Alright, so we've got 1, 2, 3, yep. Yeah, so we've got this space here, this space here that they can jump down from and come around. So, the problem is he's a mounted unit, so I can't take out that guy and then climb up there because he can't do that. But he can come over here. That's Astrid over there. Just stand there on your horse and look pretty and let us fight the battle. Maybe every once in a while we'll let you fire an arrow at somebody, but you know, most of the time it's stay out of the way and don't die. You never know. Alright, we're running out of cannon fodder. We gotta get this battle finished. Well, now that the priest has moved, I can move my other people away. And they're still gonna reinforce, but... Alright. That's interesting. Can she? No. Can she hit him? She can hit him. I'm only gonna hit him for 7 of them. How many places did she move? Nine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And she missed. Of course she missed, because she's Astrid. I did. I told him that you said that he would say that. Oh god. It's fun. Alright, so we put him over here now. And wait. And we bring him over here. And heal. Yep. Okay, let's... Oh, he did have a poleaxe. But see, the poleaxe is not a level A. And it's... I mean, it's... No, the silver one is the one we're supposed to use. They call it that, and they let it hit 4 times in a row. It's the only thing I really know to say about it. Any brave weapon can hit usually 4 times. So apparently they get really excited and really brave, so they can hit multiple times. Oh, is that what it is? Well, at least you missed her. You won't. Oh, okay, I thought he was gonna go for her. Don't kill my healers. Get out of the way. Until I can go kill the guy on the thing, because no one's coming to help me, because your people are ridiculous. Wow. That was interesting. Don't see that very often. Oh yes, Sam, please get a Twitch account. You don't even have to use it. All you have to do is go in and get one, and then follow my page. I'm like almost halfway to what I need to become an affiliate. So, you probably don't even know what that is if you don't use any of this stuff. But I could really use all the friends I can get. Alright, now I'm going to leave Makalov to guard the gate over here, so to speak. Hopefully he doesn't do anything stupid because, you know, Makalov isn't the smartest one in the bunch. Okay. So he's waiting there. Somebody else needs to join him. Alright, so you can come kill this guy. Excellent. Great Lance. Excellent. All of the ballistas are now deactivated. only gonna hit him for 11 points. What good are you? Well, I guess I've already explained this, so. Yoo-hoo, whoever you are. Okay, you healed yourself. They'll probably still kill you, but... Alright, we're getting close. And the priest dies. Cleric dies. And the cavalry dies. Alright. Kill Kieran, kill him. Okay. Alright. So, between Kieran and those two, they'll get rid of this guy. And although he has a horse slayer, so that's why that other mounted unit didn't do really well against him. So it might have been a mistake to bring Jeffrey down here. We'll see. Marsha attack. Wow, Marsha got hurt bad. Marsha needs to run away. Over by the cleric. Maybe he'll heal her. Alright, you're down to 1 point. First of all, she's never going to reach him. Oh, she has a longbow. She can reach him. It's a regular bow, too. If you miss him, I swear to God. Take out the one person. That's the only reason that you're still in that game. He did it! Hi, Sam! You're back, and you've got your own account. That's awesome. And you followed me on Twitch. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. Now you can get him to follow Maggie. He's gonna be like, what? What are you gonna make me do? Alright, let's see. Who's Makalov. Alright, so I've got some people who need some healing pretty bad. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate it. And thank you, Rose, for helping Sam and getting Sam to realize he needs Twitch in his life. I know, right? As I said, they've got the horse slayer, whatever it's called. Oh, thank you. She needed that really badly. Okay, that was good. And they reinforce anyway! Stinkers. Alright. You need to come down here. And vulnerate yourself. And you can fly across. And vulnerary. And she has to come all the way around. She's riding a horse. Right, I'm gonna wait and see if one of those guys heals her before I move anybody around. So that's good. He's only just sitting there, so he can come up. No one Or sorry, no one. Not one step backward. Be strong. The Duke will soon arrive with reinforcements. That's what you think. Stand a little longer. Stand firm for the revolution. Yeah, good luck with that. So... you're gonna stand here because we still don't have what's her name out of the way. Astrid. Yeah, go up there where you can heal everybody from above. That's a good place to heal people from. Rebel forces, I am Geoffrey, commander of the Royal Knights of Crimea. Lay down your weapons and submit to the rule of law. Further resistance is futile. Her Majesty the Queen promises leniency and means you no harm. Listen to me. You must yield. What nonsense is this? Do you take us for idiots? Why, yes, we do. Our reinforcements will arrive shortly, and your fate will be sealed. Death to the tyrant and her lapdogs. We'll see how that works out for you. Grrr, the Queen lives to serve you. Why can't you see that? Night-night. Let's see if Marcia can. He'll hit her for 8 points. Your reinforcements aren't coming. Kept telling you that. Over and over again. You wouldn't listen. There's one guy in there who's thinking, I want to surrender so bad, but I don't know how to do it. Thank you, Geoffrey. You're a genius. I'm sorry. Oh, you guys are such a good comic relief team. I love it. Seize and clear the map. Hell yes. Yay! I did it. And it only took me 1 time. Wow. Sometimes that takes me a few times. Although this is on normal level and not maniac mode, so that's helpful. Sir, the rebels have been routed. Some managed to escape, but most have surrendered their weapons. General Geoffrey, no sign of the Felleray regulars, is there? No, this was clearly a ruse. Duke Felleray's main force is most likely en route to the capital. But how? Quickly, rally the troops. We must return to Melior at once. Don't panic. They want us to act rashly. Settle down. We have contingencies in place. Light the flares to notify the capital. Move, man. Scout Commander. It's very likely we'll be ambushed on the way back to the capital. Don't let anything escape your notice. We may need an alternate route back to the capital. Send some men out to investigate the old highway. You'd think if this is their castle and their territory over there, they would know every potential way in and out of that place. I would if that was my place. Those of you who remain, disarm the prisoners and tend the wounded. Let's move, everyone. Alright. And here we are. Okay. I don't remember the order that this plays out in. Har! I love Har! Har's one of my favorite characters. Well, look at that. Someone's launched a flare. And from Felleray, of all places. The emergency signal from Geoffrey. As I suspected, the rebels were just a decoy. Sir Har, thank you for your assistance. And he's lucky he's even awake, for goodness sake. Hey, wait, are you telling me that you knew about this all along? We knew the Duke was up to no good. But if we had known about the decoys, we wouldn't have sent the Royal Knights to Castle Felleray. I suppose I'm just surprised that Lord Ludwig, the supposed epitome of nobility, would so willingly sacrifice his followers. You know, you play a pretty deep game, woman. Woman, he called her woman. We all do, wouldn't you say? Her Majesty is at Fort Alpia. We're due to hear from her at any moment. I'll go check on that. Sharp as a tack, aren't we? I think I'll excuse myself then. Actually, there's one more thing. I want you to wait here a little longer. If all goes as planned, I'll be back shortly with your payment. Then you may do as you wish. And if all doesn't go as planned, Then set out for Fort Alpia and alert the Queen. I'll also send a messenger to Jeffrey. Thank you. Yes, we get along very well. We have the same sense of humor mostly. I think she's hilarious. I don't know if she thinks I'm hilarious, but, you know, I think she gets a kick out of watching me die over and over and over again because she's like, why did you go there? But, you know, that's how we... what's the movie say? This is going to be an old reference. You probably won't get it. But that's how we roll in the Shire. You know, that's what we do. Sam, that's... Aw, that is sweet. That is a good compliment from my brother. I won. Time for a nap. That's Har. That's what Har does. Har takes naps. And if we ever see Ileana wants food. Like, all the time. Okay, I know what's coming. Well, any news from Queen Elincia? What? How? You? Yes, me. I was very hurt by how cruelly you manipulated me, my lady, and I am not easily wounded. Lord Ludwig, how did you... My lady, I am certain to know of any and all facts that concern your activities. My dear, lovely Lucia. Oh yes, it was quite some time ago that I was informed of both this place and your network of shadowy assassins. I was going to say assassins, assistants. But they are assassins, a lot of them. Ah, I would like to know one more thing. Something only you are aware of. Where the Queen is currently hiding. Good luck finding that out. Perhaps it's a little place called Alpia. All that foolishness, the ruses, the informers, the secret flight from the palace, ha ha ha. All that effort wasted. Is that so? I can see that my lady still retains secrets. Would it trouble you so much to tell them to me? To you, Lord Ludwig, I'm afraid there is nothing to tell. Lady Lucia, I'm done with these games. You'll tell me whatever I wish to know, but I believe I already know your secret. We shall see. Save. Okay, more talking.
Having anticipated Queen Elincia's attack, the majority of Duke Ludwig's forces left Felleray. The troops stationed at Castle Felleray were merely the bait with which to lure Joffrey and his troops away from Melior. In Joffrey's absence, Ludwig's objective is nothing less than to take the royal palace, and Queen Elincia with it. Lucia, foreseeing a possible attack on the capital, arranged for Queen Elincia and Princess Leanne to be secretly moved to Fort Alpia. Yet Lucia herself is unable to evade Duke Ludwig's agents. She is captured in the dead of night while attempting to contact an informant. Queen Elincia receives the sad news the next morning.
Oh my gosh. Aw, but Sam, you're so funny. Okay, so here we are with Elincia and Har. So we're guessing that Flair's sent up from Joffrey's troops. Not Joffrey, I hate Joffrey. Joffrey's the evil child king from Game of Thrones. Joffrey's troops means Ludwig plans to come for your majesty. He's probably marching his troops toward this fortress as we speak. Since it's come to this, I'd like to stick around and help. Let me know if you need me. I see. Thank you ever so much, Sir Har. I have one more question. What about Lucia? Have you heard from her? Is she safe? We found a man's body in the village safe house. We believe he was her messenger. We also found this. No! This is Lucia's hair! But how? Well, we assumed that Ludwig infiltrated her network of spies and captured her. This is his way of letting us know. It also means she's still alive, which means we can still save her. Queen Elincia, it's up to you to determine the best course of action. Yes, I know. Royal Guards, arm yourselves and prepare to meet the rebel forces in battle. I will be commanding you personally. Your Majesty, but you are the Queen. It's much too dangerous. Please, assign a subordinate to this duty. I will not. It is my indecision that has allowed the rebellion to come this far. I refuse to run from this problem any longer. And she's looking at the lock of blue hair from Lucia, her best friend. Lucia. Lucia, I'm sorry. Somehow, I promise you, I will save you. Princess Leanne, Sir Neolucci, this fortress will soon be under siege. What? Somehow the enemy has found out that I'm hiding here. My two fine friends, you must escape. I sing and help Queen Elincia. No, under no circumstances. I won't allow any such thing. I help Queen Elincia. Now, when my lady makes up her mind, nothing in Tellius can sway her. That's the continent they live on. And me? I'm sure you wouldn't mind having these old bones on the battlefield. Sir Neolucci, honestly, I couldn't. Wait until you see me. Even at my age, I'll be one step ahead of those freshly hatched whippersnappers. Whippersnappers. Very well. I must prepare as well. I had hoped this day would never come. Amity, the treasured blade of House Crimea, will awaken from its long slumber. 3 years. 3 years of slumber. You got the Amity. And we are back at base camp. And now we manage. And we have 9. A whopping 9 of our people. So I still have, let's take a look. Almost 11,000 bonus experience points. I am not going to use them right now because I'm saving them till I get my group together. And as you know, Rose, from watching before, I don't know if Steve is still around. I have a lot of people who are not currently with my group. So I'm waiting. So, I am also not going to use, I don't have any skills right now, but if I had them, I wouldn't use them. Because I want to wait until I have everybody together so I can figure out who gets what. Let the magic winged lady help. That's right, she rides a unicorn, I'll have you know. It's awesome. So, alright. We'll see support. We have some people. Elincia. Those guys don't have chances. Nephany and Braum can be friends. I don't use them very much unless I have to. Leanne and Neolucci makes sense. And then we have Heather, who's just going to be by herself for now. We have info. Khalil. We have 3 stars. Queen Elincia, a visitor to see you, Your Majesty. At this hour? Who could it be? Good evening, Queen Elincia. Khalil, what brings you here? Oh, and you meant the other winged lady, by the way. I thought you were talking about her horse. I was thinking so much about Elincia in that moment, and that she rides, like, you think at first it's a Pegasus, but it's a unicorn. But I wasn't thinking about Leanne, but Leanne is great. She's, she can wake people up and let them have multiple turns, so that's awesome. Wow, yeah, I was just so busy thinking about Valencia fighting again. So Khalil's here. Well, you see, I'm a first-class mage. Lady Lucia asked me to give you a hand if you ever find yourself between a rock and a hard place, Your Majesty. She instructed the workers here at Fort Alpia to notify me if they thought that you needed any kind of help. Lucia did? Lady Lucia has been taken, Your Majesty, but I think she'll be fine. Actually, I know she will. She had the brains to set this up in advance, so I know she has a good head on her shoulders. Yes, you're right. Thank you, Khalil. Oh, Sam, thank you so much. It was nice to meet you and be safe driving back to the yard. And, you know, good luck with your flight. I hope everything goes well. And, yeah, Rose and I, we just hang out and chit-chat and we play games and it's all kinds of fun. So, it was nice to meet you. Thank you for following. Again, I do appreciate it. That's a huge help. You have no idea. Save the thanks for until after the Duke of Felleray is taken care of. We can hold the party at my place. Sure? And then we have Har. These soldiers are extremely focused, given the hectic circumstances. They are very well trained. Lucia handpicked each one of them. Lucia and that official with the curly blonde beard. What was his name? You mean Count Bastian? Yeah, that's the one. Bastian, Count of Fair. He's usually considered the premier political mastermind of Crimea, but Lady Lucia is proving to be no slouch herself. Aww, it's so sweet. Yes, I really don't deserve them. Come on, don't sell yourself short. What do you mean? Loyalty isn't just a personal trait. Most of it hinges on who's calling the shots, what kind of commander you're under. My first commander was only concerned with lining his own pockets, and the next was the Mad King himself. Man, I don't ever want to go back to regular military duty. If Shaharm hadn't asked me, I wouldn't have stayed so long. Shaharm is our friend Jill with the red hair's father that died in the last game. But he showed me what a leader could be. Someone who makes following seem like the most natural thing in the world. What about Binyan's leaders and the Apostle Sanaki? The Falcon Knights report to the Apostle, the Draco Knights to the Senate. Of the two, the Falcon Knights seem happier. I've never actually met the Apostle personally. She sounds like a nice girl, but who knows? I see. But I'm just running on at the mouth. I actually came to give you this. A psychic staff? I want you to fight for all your loyal supporters. Losing your leader is tough, you know? Sir Har, thank you so much. And you got a psychic. Now, you're watching this game. In this game, it's a dastard. They say dastard. Or Ike does when he's around. That dastard. Alright, so we've done support, we've done info. We can't do the managed stuff, or I won't do the managed stuff, it's more accurate. So we're going to look at our people. So Elincia, she's got Amity. I'm saying equip just so I can move it to the top. And then she's got her swords. Oh, I did that all wrong. And sword. Amity, there. I'm weird about this stuff. So she's equipped. Nephany doesn't have a whole lot left. And what did I say she was? She's Lance A. I know she's really good if I use her. Thank you, thank you. So the only thing I can is still the level B for Nephany. And shop. Vulnerary. And yeah, she has herbs, but she needs that. So let's go back and see. Equip. We want that last. And this. Alright, Nephany is ready. Leanne is carrying concoctions. That's all she really needs. She's good. Left needs some healing stuff. And we have Braum, who is Axe B. So we need another axe. And see, of course, the highest one we have is an Axe B. And let's see. Get some more vulneraries because we can always swap those around. No, I don't want to leave base. Alright, so Braum, we need to organize you. So iron, flax. Neolucci is good. Mordecai is good. Heather is a knife level C. We have a B. We can do a steel dagger for Heather. And then we can do... Where was the other one? Alright, I guess that's the highest one we've got that is a ranged one. Heather and Heather. No, she can't use the steel dagger. I thought I looked at it. I thought she was a B, or did I look at the wrong? I'm thinking I looked at the wrong thing. She's a C! Why did I give her a B? Oh well. We're gonna convoy that for now. And discipline. Item allows you to acquire the skill discipline. So we're also going to convoy the discipline for right now. And she needs healing supplies. Alright, and then we have our last one, which is Har. Love Har. He doesn't have eyes. Kind of creepy looking. Yeah, right? Oh my goodness. Har. I love Har. Lance A, Axe S. So Axe is his best weapon. One more menu bag. So Axe. And we still have the highest one is the pole axe. And what did I say? Lance. A. My memory. Alright, Lance. And we aren't going to have an A, so just Steel Grey Lance again. And then healing stuffs. Because we get new people, but they always need outfitted. Alright. Items. So he's fine. Other equip. Easy. And Har. The javelin, then the axe, then the great lance, then the axe. Alright, so now I can go save. And I'm only continuing because I know I want to see the part that's coming up next. And then I think I might have another opportunity to save. I can't remember, or I might have one battle before the part I'm thinking about. So I'm going to take a look and see, and then make my decision as to whether I actually am going to continue playing for the night. So we have Elincia. The battle will begin soon. I want both of you to promise me that you will fall back if in danger. Understood? Fall back, Your Majesty? No one can hold a candle to the speed at which the Raven tribe retreats. Haha, that's a relief. Reporting, sir. Fort Alpia's gate is sealed, and they are readying their defenses. I see. Lady Lucia must have arranged some way to warn the Queen. But alas, even if they were to have all the energy and luck in the world, the Royal Knights wouldn't arrive for 2 days. In any case, there's no way we can lose, considering that we have a card which has yet to be put into the game. Your Majesty, dire news! The rear gate is open and the rebel army is storming in! What? How could this happen? I think you'll understand once you question this man. You guard the inner garden, correct? You scum! You helped the rebel army, didn't you? Yes, I did. I did it because it was the best thing for the future of this country. Those Dayan murderers killed my entire family, and now the Queen bows down and wags her tail at them. It is a disgrace. She doesn't wag her tail. She doesn't have one. Silence! You're the traitor here. Prepare to die. Wait! Killing this man will do nothing to help our situation. You have to halt Ludwig and his men. They're already inside. I'm going out there too. Mordecai will fight for you, Queen Elincia. You can count on me, Your Majesty. Queen Elincia, Crimea needs you more than anything, and I reckon you could use my help. My homeland being ruled by snobby stiff like Ludwig? Please, I don't think so. Your Majesty, we would give our lives to our Queen. Allow us to fight. Thank you, everyone. I am indeed the Queen of Crimea, and a queen does not hide. Our enemies are fellow citizens of Crimea, but we can no longer sit idle as they destroy the harmony of our nation. Could our situation be any better? Just look at these fragile defenses. As fragile as the Queen's reign. Oh, the Queen's taking command? I expect her to abandon her people, turn tail, and run for the hills. How preciously naive. We shall have to teach her that being overly optimistic can be fatal. Alright. I just want to look around. Okay. So this is the battle that I thought it was. So I am going to, because I have to defend for 15 turns. And it says, or defeat the boss. The boss is, yeah, right here. Ludwig. So, I mean, 15 turns isn't really that long. It's only 10 o'clock. I guess I could go ahead and take a look at it. Why not? I don't have anything else to do, so. Choose units. So we have to take Elincia. We've got Leth and Mordecai. So we've got 10 of 10, and that's all people we've got. Lovely. So we're going to put Leanne up here out of the way. And we've got, where was... Yeah, I want him here. And I do... Oh. I want him up here. And she... and her, they're going to change places. Alright, I think we're alright for now, hopefully. Save. Elincia's gambit. And we fight. And we have Marcia? Queen Elincia, I made it! Marcia! Thanks to General Jeffrey, we spotted an ambush on the main road and snuck by on the old highway instead. The Royal Knights will be here soon. I flew ahead to tell you and to serve up some traitor pie on my lance. Thank you. I'm impressed you made it back so quickly. My pleasure, Your Majesty. Now, which monkeys do you want filleted before the Royal Knights get here? Okay. So we have Marcia. And we have her. And we've got a bowgun. And this is a really dangerous fellow for our winged friends. But he's the first one that can get to him. So before I even start, I know it just saved. I'm gonna do the battle save too. Am I paranoid? Just a little? Yes. Yes, I am. So I'm gonna see if I can get rid of him first. He's gonna take 25. He's gonna take one. Alright, that's not good. He can move 9. 1, 2, 3, Okay, so now we're gonna bring left down here, and just gonna use a little Lagoo stone, and he's gonna back up, and he is going to use the grass to get closer to transforming, and Nephany. And we're going to put Heather closer to assisting on this side. See how that works out. And then we need Elincia. I normally don't leave the save defend location, but it's pretty safe at the moment. So I try to put Elincia kind of in the middle. And do her thing. She's gonna wait here, and right now these guys are all on roam, so they can kind of go where they want to go. Leanne is gonna come down. I wish I could get to her and keep her safe. I don't think I can. She's only got 8? No, 5. Yeah. And she can't. She can only get to her. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Why did I do that? Braum. Oh. Yeah, Braum. Now we're just gonna have to wait. I didn't want to do that way. Oh, and Neolucci, he can come wait up here till it's his turn. Gonna break down the door. Okay, so we have good news and bad news. I started it off a little bit wrong, but not horrifically so. And now that we're through turn 1 out of 15 for defense, I need to get somebody over here to take care of this guy. And Elincia can do more than heal. She can actually fight. And she doesn't have to be right next to him to do it. But I thought with the Amity she could fight from farther away. Apparently not. I forgot. Alright, so she uses Amity on this guy. And then she's going back to the middle. And then I am going to bring Heather back. And Heather is going to sit up here and throw knives at people. And Khalil, I need to get rid of the guy with the blowgun. That's this guy. I also need to get rid of him. But I'm on the next turn, so I can make a couple of changes. First, we're gonna attack the guy with the blowgun. Or the blowgun. Bow and arrow. We're gonna attack this guy. And for the moment, we're going to come back to here. And this guy can go. Just looking to see how far those guys can move. So, Marsha's going to come up and get in his face. And take that guy out. And then she can fly back up here. Brahm now can get down and move around and wait. And Leanne is going to Gawler and wake him up so he can move again. And I'm going to put Leanne here. And Brahm can get down to here. Alright, and that just leaves Neolucci. He's not ready yet. He's getting closer to being ready yet, but he's not ready yet. So we're gonna bring Leth down. And we're gonna bring Neffany down. And then our allies hopefully will fill in that empty spot. So they've opened the door, so they're sending additional people up towards me. Yay. So many people to move. More reinforcements. Oh, goody. Okay. So. Har here. See how far I can get Braum. I can get Braum to here. And she's gonna wake up Har. And hopefully stay safe here. Because I want to bring Har over here. Might not be the best idea in the world. It might be too soon. And I've got Marsha. Wow, she missed. It's interesting. She's got movement of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so she can get back up there. Okay, the blowgun guy is out of the way. That's good news. Nephene's gonna come over here and heal. Who's left? And Neolucci's not ready yet. And Mordecai is ready to fight. So we're gonna bring him down here, but I'm not gonna shift him till his next turn. Oh, there's another bowgun guy over there. No! Not Marsha, not now. 10:21. Alright. Let's see what we've got. Hello, mouse. You gonna work? Did your batteries die? When I don't want you, you're zooming all over the place. When I want you, you're not here. 10:21. Safe state. Let's see. Yeah, that's not gonna. I think I have to go back one more than that. Yeah, okay, because if I was the one, I can look at the other one, but I think Marsha was already in trouble in that one. Let's see. No, she was actually up there, so alright, we'll go with that one then. I didn't think she was going to be safe from that spot at that point, so. But I did use Leon to move Har over. car's gonna block the doorway like he did before. Okay. I know, I keep wanting to say blowgun. Oh, yeah, I didn't get to talk to you yesterday, so I didn't get to talk to you about something else that happened over there. I know, I don't know why I keep saying blowgun, but it's bowgun, yes. I know it's like, I keep saying it's like a crossbow, but then it's like, yeah. Okay, so that guy's dead. Yes. So we've got Heather. She's really good at throwing knives at people. And we're gonna let Leth come over here and attack this one. She's gonna come over here. Actually, she's gonna come over here and attack that guy. Oh, she can't attack that guy? There. Normally it automatically switches. Why is it not switching? Oh jeez, I'm getting all kinds of notifications coming through. Yeah, if I die again, I'm just gonna stop this battle for the night. But no, I just wanted to talk to you about something, and I can actually battle save. So let me just get a little bit farther, and then if you're gonna be awake, unless you're going, if you're gonna go to sleep soon, because something was kind of bothering me, and I don't know. I was just thinking about it. That's all. Alright, people can actually... Can they get to him this time? Yeah, they can. So I'm going to go ahead and shift him this time. I didn't shift him last time because he was blocked, but I'd rather he was shifted and he'll take less damage if he gets hit now. Who's left? Her and Neolucci. I'm going to move Neolucci down. He's not going anywhere yet. And then our queen can come down and take out this mage. Yeah. Oh no. Now it's not, because that was dumb with me. I didn't count my spaces. And I should have counted my spaces. Alright, let's see if Elincia can get through this. If she can't get through this, then I've got a problem. And I'll be picking it up from that last save point tomorrow. Well, I don't know if it'll be tomorrow. We'll see. I have my doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I was planning on streaming this tonight and then streaming my new game tomorrow. But Elincia is really powerful, but she's a winged character, her horse, her unicorn, and if they go after her, then she could die very quickly, so I should have counted my spots. My bad. Yeah, okay, he missed. That's one of how many? If Elincia makes it through. Yeah, it's just about our former friend that was in the chat, like, a lot yesterday. I don't know if you saw it or not, going on and whining about some stuff. And I don't know. Maybe he wasn't really whining, but I took it as whining because he was annoying to me. But it was just like, oh my god, are you trying to make everybody think like that you're like really nice or something now after you've acted like a jerk? Yeah, I didn't think it would bother me so much, but it's like it's happening so much more that it's actually getting to me. So Yeah. So now I can get her out of the way. But she's supposed to be up in here in the middle where I can kind of dart her back and forth and not put her in danger. That wasn't very smart of me. Alright, and... Ooh, Left needs some help. Where's my... They all dead? Oh no, you're just hiding up here and you're not healing anybody? What's the matter with you? No, he doesn't. Alright. He's basically just standing over here being a blocker. He'll hit me for 19. I don't think that's good. I think he's just gonna keep protecting Leanne. Yeah, no, that was a lot of fun. That was great. You know, and actually I had started my new game yesterday, so I streamed a lot longer and later, and then I was just exhausted and went to sleep. But, I was going to talk to you about it yesterday, just to kind of say, hey, boy, this was really irritating me. But, I don't know. I mean, there's not really anything I can do about it, so I guess I just, you know, kind of deal with it and carry on. Boy, he's gonna hit me for a lot of points. Yeah, but does she have enough to get back? 9. That was the right one, right? Yeah, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. He didn't die. Really? He should have died. Who's left? Left. Mordecai. And Nephilim. Okay. There's Heather and Elincia. And Elincia's still not quite ready. And he won't be protected if I put him down there yet, so he's gonna stay over here. Ally phase. Well, there's really something cool that comes up after this, and I was hoping... I forgot this one was between it and where I was. And so... if I can get through this with 15 defense, or turns of defense. Yeah, it was sort of like, oh, you can do it, rah, rah, rah. And I'm like, yeah, but if you knew some of the things that were going on, you wouldn't be saying that right now, you know? But what are you going to do? It's not like I can come out there and actually say that to other people who don't know what's going on. So I just probably shouldn't even be saying it now, but it's vague enough. So not like anybody of them actually watches my stuff anyway. Like, there's very few of them, I think, that would care enough to say anything. Do you know what I mean? Okay, wow, everybody got through that. I'm really surprised. This is defend for turn 5. And you know what, it's 10:30. I am going to battle save. And I'm just going to end the stream here. Because that's good enough, and it's going to take me probably another hour to get through the rest of this anyway at this point. So, I am going to go ahead and just say good night to everybody on the stream. Thank you for watching. Thank you for following. That was Sam that have joined Twitch and followed. Tell them again thank you for me, Rose. And anybody else that likes these games, likes watching me play. My new game, since I finished Undertale, is Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel, recommended by a friend. I was really confused when I first started the game. It makes a lot more sense now, and I'm really enjoying it. I got a lot of hits. I was really surprised, pleasantly surprised by that. So if you can, I have dreams of making an affiliate on here one day. That'd be nice. I'm close to halfway, like almost to halfway. I think I need one more. Night Rose, we'll talk after. And, you know, then I can work on getting my view times up while I get the rest of my followers to be able to do that. So please, please, if you are watching this later as well, a follow would be greatly appreciated. You guys have a great night. I will probably be back tomorrow evening with Trails of Cold Steel, #1, and probably back with the rest of this battle the day after, unless something miraculous happens with my energy or my schedule. Have a great night. Talk to you soon. Bye.